Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. You are welcome to Stand in Your Power. I just want to do a quick update on the Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson $20 million defamation lawsuit. And we'll also look at a few other things. So welcome. Let me know where you're watching me from. Let's go ahead. So I saw this article and I want us to go through it. It says the defamation lawsuit has been settled. And this was as at on the 9th, like three days ago. Okay, so let's look at this and see. That was 2 days ago. Okay. Let's read that. Let me make this bigger so that we can see it clearly. All right, can you see it? Hopefully. Okay, so you're welcome once again to the channel. Thank you for being here. I am going to go ahead and just share the screen. All right. And this is from, it says Shannon Sharpe, Chad Johnson settled $20 million defamation lawsuit. All right. And it's saying here there are several inaccurate media reports that speculate on monies being paid, okay, to Miss Tillman. So it's saying that might not be true. We'll continue to read. Please let me know if you can hear me. Mic check. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Let me test my microphone if I can hear myself. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? In the chat. Okay, good. Audio is good. I can hear myself. Audio is good. All right. So, we see here that it says Nightcap co-host Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson have settled the $20 million lawsuit. Shannon's second lawsuit settlement in the past month, citing court documents. Ben Honey and Michael McCarthy of Front Office Sports reported on Friday that the defamation lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe and Shay Media stemming from comments the co-hosts made about a viral video between Jamallita Tillman and Usher during a concert has been dismissed with prejudice by a U.S. court in Illinois. Okay? So in April, so just was one woman that was attending Usher's concert in London, where she found herself face to singer, and it went viral. She's seen letting Usher feed her a cherry in a seductive way. The Nightcap host discussed the clip on their show, allegedly claiming Tillman was married and going through a divorce at the time, implying that this incident contributed to the dissolution of the marriage. Tillman says she was not married or even in a relationship at the time of the concert, and that the comment affected her professional and personal life. The terms of the settlement were not announced, though Sharpe took to Instagram to clarify that there had been no financial aspects of the settlement. So they are saying here that there are several inaccurate media reports that speculate on monies being paid to Miss Tillman. The statements are completely false, according to what Shannon Sharpe wrote on Instagram. It says the statements are completely false. Let's see where that is coming from. All right. Okay, so I'm going to share this screen on Instagram. It says there are several inaccurate reports that speculate on monies being paid. Ms. Tillman, these statements are completely false. And people are saying, hey, Shannon, we love you. Nobody cares. Some said, Miss Tillman, Pat Tillman, I graduated with Hillman. Like, whatever. A lot of people with a lot of comments. Okay. Another said, we know Oncho wouldn't even share a McDonald's fry with her. We knew she wasn't going to get $1 from him. Another person says, who is Miss Tillman? And another says, I don't care. I don't know why he doesn't address everything on Club Shay. He wouldn't want to do that. Okay? All in your Kool-Aid. Don't know the flavor. Whatever. So another says, I don't believe she filed these to accept dismissal. She said she was satisfied. I'm sure she was paid. We don't know. We are hearing that it is untrue that she was paid. Okay? So let me know what your thoughts are about this in the comment section. We are going to watch a few videos on Shannon Sharpe as well. You know, I don't know if this is real, but I'm just going to be reacting to this. It says Katt Williams humiliates Shannon Sharpe after he gets fired. I'm going to be reacting to this.
Can't afford not to like black people. You don't like black people enough, you could become one yourself. I'm not the only black man with a bunch of mug shots.
Right.
It's the young ones that come.
Yes,
that'll do what you want.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me I been.
ESPN confirming to NBC it's cutting ties with its NFL commentator Shannon Sharpe. The move coming after Sharpe, of course, the Hall of Fame tight end, settled a lawsuit accusing him of sexual assault and battery.
They're grateful for that, but I just wished, of all things, like I said, hey, they did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that. But I just wish, guys, this thing could have waited until Monday.
So Katt Williams just went hard on Shannon Sharpe after ESPN fired him. And he's not being nice about it either. Katt is basically saying it's hard to feel sorry for Shannon because after all that unk advice he was giving out, he fell for the oldest trick in the book. In case you missed it, ESPN decided to cut all ties with Shannon. And the decision came right after Shannon settled a $50 million lawsuit with OnlyFans model Gabriella. But what's crazy is that this is exactly what Katt tried to warn Shannon about. Katt sat there across from Shannon on Club Shay and told him to his face that messing with white women could get him caught up.
I think white women are as great as any other women, but I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in weekends.
And then Monique said the same thing and gave Shannon some solid dating advice.
I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
What you trying to say? What you trying to say?
I'm looking right at you.
I
ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn.
But Shannon decided to ignore all the warning signs and advice, and now look at where he is. Jobless, embarrassed, and scrambling. Instead of playing it smart, he ended up paying a fat settlement to this model, got dragged through the headlines, and now to top it all off, ESPN cut him off. And let's be real, any serious network is probably going to think twice before hiring a guy whose biggest headline is now SA lawsuit settlement. And now Katt Williams is saying, I told you so. Sources close to Shannon are saying he has no sympathy for Shannon because Unc literally had it all and blew it by being stupid. And one insider revealed that Katt didn't warn Shannon about white women for no reason. Katt already knew Shannon was messing around with this young OnlyFans model way before the lawsuit dropped, and he saw the whole setup coming from a mile away. Now, Katt made it sound like he was talking about the Jonathan Major situation, but in reality, he was speaking directly to Shannon.
I didn't want to
wedding. And another user wrote, Shannon Sharpe has done so many things wrong, but me learning about him being cheap on his daughter's wedding really made me side-eye the F out of that country bumpkin. You paid more for that young white girl who saw you as a lick. How dumb was that? And as if all that wasn't embarrassing enough, just days after Shannon settled the lawsuit and agreed to pay millions to Gabriella, ESPN dropped the hammer and officially cut all ties with him. And get this, ESPN didn't even bother to put out an official statement. People magazine reached out to ESPN for comment, but they
just dropped him like that.
Didn't want to talk about Shannon at all. As for Shannon's reaction, he broke his silence on July 30th on the Nightcap podcast. And while he claimed he was at peace with ESPN's decision, he also told his listeners that he begged ESPN to postpone the announcement of his firing until after his older brother, Sterling Sharpe, was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Shannon said he had to apologize because he knew his loss and ESPN's decision to fire him would shadow Sterling's big moment. But ESPN and Disney clearly had no sympathy for Shannon and ignored his request.
Before we get started, obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week. And really, the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, he said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm a big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. And he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You're done with it too. Move on. And I really enjoyed my time at ESPN. It gave me an opportunity to bring my audience that saw me really just grow. They saw me, Lakers in 5, and they saw me say all these analogies that my grandparents gave me, and I was able to bring that to ESPN. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But I just wished, of all things, like I said, hey, they did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that. But I just wish, guys, this thing could have waited until Monday, because I hate the fact that I'm overshadowing my brother, the first two brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And this is what the headline is going to be for the next couple of days. So, bro, again, I know you told me this, I don't have to apologize, but I'm going to do it one final time tonight, and I won't apologize again. I'm sorry that I upstaged you in this manner. That was never my intent. You've been my hero. You've been my role model from as long as I can remember. And I apologize, and I thank all my fans for supporting me when I was at ESPN and every place that I've been, be it Club Shay, Nightcap, Undisputed, ESPN. Thank you guys for your support.
And you know what makes the situation even crazier? Shannon was supposed to sign a massive $100 million deal before that lawsuit dropped. He was in talks for a podcast deal, which would have included all of his Shay media shows, including Club Shay, Nightcap with Chad Johnson, Club 520 Podcast, The Bubba Dub Show, and Humble Baddies. In fact, on April 18th, just 3 days before Gabriella dropped her lawsuit, Front Office Sports reported that Shannon was expected to sign a deal that would exceed $100 million. And now, not only is that deal off the table, but Shannon lost his spot at ESPN and also ruined his chances of working anywhere under the Disney umbrella, which includes ESPN, ABC, Hulu, and pretty much every major network you can think of. And once you get that kind of public stain, especially one this messy, it's almost impossible to bounce back in those circles. And all those projects that were supposed to make Shannon a podcast mogul, that ship sailed the minute Shannon decided to mess with a 19-year-old white girl. And this brings us right back to what Katt Williams said. No one's feeling sorry for Shannon because he had all the power, all the opportunities, and he blew it making dumb choices. But let me know your thoughts on all this. Was Shannon's downfall
just so sad? Just so sad. And there you go. After that one, another one came. $20 million. I hear they've settled. But there are a lot of lessons that we can learn. There are a lot of lessons we can learn from this, all of this Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson defamation case. They said it's been settled and dismissed with prejudice, right? Whew. It's just There are a lot of lessons we can learn from that. One of the lessons that I want us to learn from this defamation lawsuit that was dismissed is that if you've got a mic, you've got liability. Before you comment on someone's private life, check the facts and, verify the facts. In this case, the woman said she was not married. I mean, contrary to what was implied on air, and she says the comments hurt her work and personal life. That's the kind of mistake that can cost you everything. And remember that Shannon Sharpe just settled a lawsuit on that is a 19-year-old girlfriend, Azuniga. So it's just sad. We all have to be very careful. And another one says, don't present rumors as fact. That's another learning that I got here. If you don't know, say you don't know, or just keep it. And you need to treat private individuals with extra care wherever you are, whether you're on whatever social media platform you are on. They are not public figures and you can get in real trouble faster. The suit was dismissed with prejudice, final after a settlement. We don't know if it was a financial settlement. We don't know. Okay, so we all of us as content creators, we need to be careful. You need to fact check names, relationship, run sensitive claim past someone who can say, hold on. We need to, so that we don't begin to have lawsuits left, right, and center. And we also need to learn how to handle crisis quickly and clearly. Okay, you see how Shannon Sharpe quickly said no money was paid. He quickly corrected the record fast and precisely without adding any more, speculations. Okay. What I just want us to take out of here is we need to consider the true cost of whatever we are doing. Even if you settle financially or not, settlement may save you from a long drawn out court fight. But it still burns out time, burns money, burns brand equity. So it's good to resolve issues early when you know you are wrong, and stand firm only when you are sure. Okay? And you see how controversy rippled into jobs and deals. You need to be careful who is watching. You see how Shannon Sharpe parted ways with ESPN amid all these legal headwinds. All of this just prove that offshore comments can also affect what you have going on air. It can affect all your on-air opportunities. You are never posting in a vacuum. Whatever you are doing, you need to be careful. Whether you are a content creator or not. And another learning I see here is you need to lead with humanity. Okay? You should aim for, same tone when conflicts end. Own what you can and de-escalate. It helps everybody move on. The plaintiff's closing statement was gracious and forward-looking. You also I've been seeing a lot of lawsuits on content creators. We need to protect ourselves as creators. Label your opinion as your opinion. Avoid definitive claims about private people. And keep receipts. Keep timestamps. Keep sources. That's how you stay bold, and that's how you stay safe. Okay? So that's all I have for this. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. This is a short live, and I just wanted to talk about this real quick. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for being here. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Bye.